Good morning. Happy Thursday. I hope everybody is safe and well, and I hope you're working. The issue today, the topic today is experts. Lawyers are very familiar with experts. We know not only how to establish our particular witness as an expert, but we also know how to tear down opposing counsel's witness and show how opposing counsel's witness is not nearly as good of an expert as our expert is. Experts are everywhere in the law. In family law, you have experts who will testify to the value of properties, values of businesses. You have experts who will interview children to determine whether or not that child has been abused. You'll have experts who will recommend various, like child custody recommending counselors, marriage and family therapists, blah, blah, blah. Lots of experts, right? In personal injury cases, you've got medical experts. Unfortunately, you also have chiropractors who are the whores of the medical community, at least until naturopaths and other whores usurp their title. But right now, chiropractors, at least in California, are the whores of the medical community. They always recommend more therapy, and they'll always tell you all sorts of issues that were wrong with the patient that they can never seem to fix. But they do give a damn nice massage, so I guess that makes up for it. In medical malpractice cases, you absolutely have to have a medical expert. You can't file a medical malpractice case, at least in California, without having a medical expert who can testify that there was a breach in the duty of care. You just can't do it. Only a medical expert can tell you that there is a breach in the duty of care for that medical care. A layman can't tell you whether or not heart surgery went right or wrong, or whether or not a gallbladder surgery was done right or wrong, etc. So experts come in various flavors, and lawyers are pretty good at picking out good ones and bad ones. And one thing that you always want to do if you're getting an expert is you're always looking for an expert who has expertise in the specific area that you're interested in. So, for example, you're not going to get a family practitioner to discuss whether or not a heart surgeon botched a heart surgery. Oh, well, they're both doctors. You say, well, yes, but one is a heart surgeon who understands heart surgery, and the other one is a family practitioner who may have seen heart surgeries, may have even participated in them back in medical school, but that's not what he deals with. That is not his expertise. You can't just say, well, but he's a doctor. It's a different field. And you can't say a foot doctor, a podiatrist, a foot surgeon, for that matter, somebody who specializes in surgery on the feet. You can't say that he is an expert and bring him in to testify about the standard of care for heart surgeries. They're two totally different things. They use different methods. They're not going to, the foot doctor isn't going to be able to tell you where the trocar goes in, or the varus point, or whatever other medical terminology they're going to use. Your triangulation, field of view, all these medical terms that float around in my head that I have no idea really what they mean, but I see doctors mention them over and over again in their reports. Anyway, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I've seen these two doctors, they're Doc in the Boxes, out of, I think, Bakersfield, California, which is a podunk little town, not a big town at all, in California. And they are opining upon the coronavirus. Now, these guys are probably great. They're probably great family practice doctors who would be able to, if you go into their little urgent care facility, they don't work in a hospital. They work in an urgent care facility. So if you went in with a splinter in your finger, or if you went in with a sprained ankle, they'd be able to help you out, get you that urgent care that isn't emergency room care, so it's going to save you a little bit of money, but it's not long-term care. It's basically a first aid kind of stop before either they send you back into the hospital or they send you home with some aspirin. These guys are not experts on infectious diseases, especially not something that is specifically called a novel coronavirus, meaning they haven't seen it before. These aren't the guys who are working in the hospitals with the ventilators. These aren't the guys who are receiving the bulk of the cases in the care for coronavirus. Maybe they've seen some people come in who have coronavirus, and that's great, but they're not getting a representative sample like, say, for example, Dr. Fauci is, who is looking at information from all across the country and who is, in fact, an infectious disease expert. There's a difference. Now, I'm not saying these doctors out of Bakersfield are wrong. I, in fact, agree with, on a philosophical level, I agree that the economy should be reopened. I don't see a valid point in keeping the economy closed. And my layman's understanding is that this virus originated from a very small number of people, maybe only one person, maybe only a couple people getting this, maybe out of a lab, maybe out of a wet market, but it has spread exponentially across the world. If we eradicate all of the cases in the US, just for example, let's just say we did, and one person crosses the border with coronavirus, they could reinfect us and they could have a whole new pandemic. What are we going to do? Shut down every 6 months? It doesn't make sense. So my idea, my understanding, my absolute not expert opinion, my layman's opinion, my worthless opinion is that we should reopen. So I agree with these doctors. I do agree with them. But that doesn't make me right. That doesn't make them right. There's a lot of things that I don't know. And unfortunately, there's a lot of things they don't know. So when you're looking at experts, be careful. Just because somebody has doctor in front of their title doesn't mean anything. Chiropractors call themselves doctor. I mean, and they don't know their assholes from their elbows, but they do give damn fine massages. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to say. Be careful about experts. Make sure that if somebody's holding out a person as an expert, saying that you should listen to what they have to say, take a second, look up their credentials, see what they do, see how they do it, see why they're a doctor, see what expertise they actually have. And if it turns out that there are a couple of doc in the boxes, then, you know, just bear in mind what they're good at, what they do. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.